Hey boos! Hey boos, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and let's keep the family growing. Hey! Let's keep the family growing.
Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. Been wondering just what you mean to me.
I look a hot mess because it is time for bed. But before I do that, I thought I would wrap up some Christmas gifts and I would do a Q&A with you guys. I asked you guys questions on community tab and also on Instagram, and you guys pulled through. You guys came through for your girl. I'm going to be answering them today. I think I'll start with community tab and then we'll move on to Instagram. I really can't walk and chew gum at the same time, so hopefully this goes well. This year I got my son a bike, a big boy bike, and I got him some stuff for his play kitchen, which is over there. I moved it down here. Oh, you guys just got a sneak peek of a sneak peek. Let's start off with the questions. Question number 1. Curve87 said, got any Christmas DIY? I love the ones you've been doing. How are you doing? Well, Curve, I'm doing good. I'm a little tired, but I'm in a good mood. For Christmas DIYs, I do have some DIYs in the works that I'm doing. Like, I'm fixing up my house and I'm doing like a lot of things because I keep changing my style a little bit. And like with changing my style, I realized some things don't work for me as like flooding would, so I have to change it up and re-DIY. Like, for example, this room was originally my office. My first video was in this room and that was my office, and then I turned it into a guest room, and now I turned it into like a playroom. So yeah, and then this wallpaper is new. Like, my taste and my style keep changing so much that you should always expect to see some DIY videos from me. I'm talking but not rapping, so let's rap. Wait, this roll is already empty. It's done. Question number 2. Robert Carter asks, are you going to do a live stream again? The last one you did was awesome. I enjoyed the chat we all did. Live streaming is hard for me. Do I want to do another one? I do. But it's hard because I have to do it when my son goes to sleep. He's sleeping right now. So I guess I could have done a live Q&A actually. So most likely I will not be doing a live anytime soon. Maybe that will change. Like, maybe. You never know. Maybe I'll surprise you. Okay. Would you continue to be a full-time YouTube star? A full-time YouTube star once you get your master's degree? You think I'm a star? I mean, call it how you see him, I guess, right? Just kidding. So once I start, my master's program starts in a couple of weeks. Will I still be posting on YouTube? Yes. I don't plan on quitting YouTube, so I will still be posting, but I don't know if I'm a YouTube star quite yet. Subscribe, and I can be. Please subscribe. Read More asks, any tips on juggling care and attention for your newborn, but also having time for yourself, like a shower? A shower would be nice. Well, Read More. My son is 3 years and 7 months. I have not showered in 3 years. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Honestly, what tips I have is to prioritize and not worry about the little things. What I found myself doing when my son was a newborn is constantly cleaning when he's asleep. Girl, instead of doing that, like when he sleeps, You try to sleep, forget everything else. Like the dishes you can wear him and do the dishes later. You can wear your baby and still do your chores or do whatever else you have to do, run your errands. But when he's sleeping, you need to do something for yourself. Take a shower, take a long bath, have a glass of wine if you must, read that book you want to read, watch a movie, relax, take a nap, get a load off. But do not, and I repeat, do not use the time that you have for yourself doing things like dishes or, you know, things like that. Just prioritize. Like if it's real, obviously if it's really, really important, do it. But if you can help it, use the time that your baby is napping for yourself. Trust me, you're gonna be hella tired. You need it. Bassett's 4 says, are we ever going to see your son? He is still handsome. My son is handsome, but I have not been posting his face on social media at all. And there is a really, it's probably kind of a long story. So I might make, maybe if you guys really want to know, I might make a dedicated video about it, and we can go over that and talk about that in detail. But as of right now, I don't have any plans of showing his face on my social media, on YouTube. That might change in the future, but for right now, no. Thank you, Bassett's 4, for saying, you know, he's handsome. Like you can clearly see that, you know, his face is intact and he looks fine. But some people have thought, like, is he ugly? Like, why are you hiding his face? What's wrong with him? Does he have a deformity? I assure you, my son does not have any deformities. He's very, very handsome, and that is not the reason that I have not shown him on YouTube or my social media. Next question by E. Jackson. E. Jackson says, do you have any advice on creating a pretty workout area? I have stuff, but it seems so disorganized. So, I love aesthetics, right? And I'm guessing that's probably what you mean too. I love aesthetics, but my best friend is constantly telling me that you need to focus on functionality. I want to have functionality and aesthetics. So my main priority would be for it to be functional yet attractive to the eye, because like if it's functional but it doesn't look good, I won't want to go there. I won't want to like go to that area to work out. So I would focus on getting some key things that you need. So for me in my workout area, I have my workout area and my little nook with my plants. So I have a little cabinet where I keep my yoga mats, some free weights, and it's very small, very simple, and everything tucks away so it's pleasing to my eye. And I have like the giant bay window right next to it so I can look out into my backyard. So for me, that's a very aesthetic workout area. Depending on what kind of workouts you want to do, because some people have like treadmills and they have heavy equipment. Some people just like to do yoga and light workouts. So it really depends on what kind of workout area you're looking for. And I would choose, like, you know, some nice colors, find some pieces of furniture that you can easily put everything away so that there's no clutter. And yeah, I hope I answered your question. Megan W asks, how are you doing emotionally these days? Are you excited about grad school? Any new DIY projects? Or what are you doing for Christmas? Emotionally, I'm doing good. I'm actually doing pretty good. Have had the chance to take a load off recently when I went to see my best friend, hang out with my best friends, being able to like fellowship together, and we just basically being in each other's presence is a big emotional relief for me. So right now, like I'm doing pretty well, and I'm like, and Christmas is coming. It's my favorite time of the year, so I'm in a really, really good mood. One down. A lot to go. Are you excited about grad school? Girl, am I excited about grad school? A lot of people have asked me that question, and I don't honestly know the answer. I've started doing my orientation stuff, and it's like strenuous. I'm very, very happy that I got accepted to my first choice, and I'm very, very happy that I'm going to be starting grad school. I think for the excitement part, I don't know if it's there per se, because I know how much work is going to be. I know it's going to be a lot harder than undergrad, and I know it's going to be strenuous trying to juggle that and being a mother. So am I excited? I'll let you know. Any new DIY projects? I think I answered that a little bit earlier, but I do have some DIY projects. I'm fixing up my house. I'm always constantly changing things. I sold my bar stools, I sold my chairs, I sold a bunch of stuff. So I'm kind of like redoing some areas of my house. Not like majorly redoing them, but just kind of like making them more functional for me. What are you doing for Christmas? So originally for Christmas, my cousin was going to be coming up with her husband, and I guess technically she's not my niece, she's my second cousin, but I just call her my niece because it's easier. So she was going to come up with my nieces, and we're going to celebrate Christmas together since we have not seen each other this year at all. But last minute she ended up having to work, and her husband ended up having to work for Christmas, so they are not coming anymore. But coincidentally, one of my friends is heading to Tampa, so I'm going to be just hopping in the car and getting dropped off in Wesley Chapel. So I will be seeing my best friend for Christmas, so we're going to be spending the holidays together, which will be really, really fun. I know I only just recently saw her, but she was crying recently saying that she missed me so much and that she just has to see me. So I'm just making it happen because I'm such a good friend, you understand? And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. Next question is by Carmela May. Carmela says, what qualities would you like your future husband to possess? Also, in the future, would you be interested in posting reviews on products sent to you on your channel? Okay, what qualities do I look for in your future husband? That is a hard, loaded question. I don't even know how to begin to answer that. But I will say, the biggest quality I probably look for in a future husband is compatibility. And that is to say, I would need somebody to be on the same wavelength as I am. Right? Because we cannot grow, cannot build if we're on different wavelengths. So I need you to match my ambition level. I need you to match my drive. If we're not on the same wavelength, then it's just not gonna work. I don't mean that we have to be exactly the same, because so opposite attract, you know. But I need you to be able to, we need to be able to push each other properly. I don't know how to explain this properly, but I just need you to be on my level, and I'm not going to settle for somebody who's not on my level, because guess what? It's just asking for trouble. Live and learn, you know. As long as the product is something that I personally use, or I personally would use and would recommend to other people to use, then yes. Obviously, I'm not going to review random things that I don't personally use on myself or in my home. So yeah, I would be interested in doing reviews on my channel. Obviously, as long as I can implement it in one of my videos somehow. So that was all the questions that I had on community tab. Now let's pull up the gram. I'm answering questions faster than I can rap, y'all. So Princess Becca asked, will you ever show Liam's face? I want to see little fox so bad. So I already answered that question, and I think that's probably going to be one of the biggest, most asked questions, because I've seen some people comment on Rachel's channel asking about it. We don't know what the future holds, so. And if you guys want, I will make a video on this and explain a little bit more. Next, do you live in Florida? I do live in Florida, actually. I don't know if I ever said that. I know somebody assumed before that I lived in Tampa or in Wesley Chapel, but I don't. I live almost 3 hours away from Rachel, which is why we don't see each other every single day, and we only see each other like a few times a year, because it's a road trip. It's a road trip. When are you going to show us in detail how you make your home so amazing? Wow. Wow, thank you, first of all. And second, I actually gave you guys a house tour before a few months ago. My house has changed so much since then. Honestly, even just this room has changed so much. Like, here, I'll give you guys another spin real quick. So this is it's my son's playroom now, and it's changed so much since I did my first YouTube video a year ago. It's not the same room at all. So yeah. My camera's about to die, so let's run through these questions. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Wow. In 5 years, I see myself living a happier life, a more satisfied life. I obviously would have my master's degree by then, and I'll be working in a career field that satisfies me, and I would be, you know, making enough money to support me and my son happily without any help. I mean, that's what we're doing now, but it'll be great if we were able to like fully afford it. And right now my son doesn't want for anything, and in 5 years I expect that he would not want for anything even more. If that makes any sense. I do admit that he's a little bit spoiled because I overcompensate on things for him, since, you know, I'm a single mom and, you know, the other party's not involved and doesn't. So anyways, we're not going to go into that. Do you want to have more kids? Do I want to have more kids? At the moment, my answer is no. Will that change in the future? I mean, so my battery died. And
just wanna cook.
My son woke up.
But
I wrapped all of these so far. And I have a couple more things to wrap. But let me see. A quick work of the last of the questions. I'm pretty much just going to answer the next question. Are you currently dating? Yes. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So that was the last question I had from you guys. Thank you so much for asking them. If you have any more questions, comment down below, or maybe I'll do another Q&A at another time. But thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, may your... Oh my gosh, my hair looks a hot mess when I did that. Let's not do that. But may your question and answer game be as strong. That made no sense. May your gift wrapping game be as strong as your coffee game. I love you, latte. Bye, boos. See you next time.